Must win indeed, Mineski. They are up against the wall, and Keen Gaming are in their comfort zone. TA, Ember, we throw a little bit of a spice in there with the silencer, Nyx and Darkseer. It feels like the greatest combos ever. And maybe even our observers like, you know what, we'll give our love to India because this may be our last game we cast here. It looks really good for Keen, Kyle.
You ask about their comfort zone. This feels like it. They can play so fast. They've got a BKB piercing cancel for that Enigma ultimate in Dark Silencer, and it's not something they haven't done before. It's a Febby bounty hunter as well, so unless he's able to apply a ton of pressure to these Keen supports, I fear they'll be able to abuse their massive wave clear advantage and then their mid-game tempo.
They're just saying
like this.
They did again like that. One tree is thick enough that it can actually hide two heroes.
Oh, and Febby skilled Invis first.
He's looking for runes then. This has to be rune steals.
I've just never seen this before. You always get the Janata.
Is it also on the other fact, like, because we were kind of talking, like, okay, well, this mid lane is going to look really, really good for Keen. Is it just a straight up, I need to harass, but I need to snipe that courier in mid? Like, that thing has to go down if you're going to have any kind of chance for Moon to win this lane on Monkey King.
Yeah, did they clear any of the Radiant wards? Because they have 3 sentries down already. 2, of course, are blocking camps aggressively in the bottom safe lane. That's what you want to do is you play offlane Enigma when you're by yourself to ensure that the wave comes back to you.
Nick still has one of them in his stash. Sorry, in his inventory. So they got one.
And immediately Dark, dude, I was talking with Zach, the Mineski manager. He told me at a point Dark had 14 sentries on him. You picked an Invis hero.
That's just how you roll, right? Well, Morphling needs to have a good time here for Mineski if they're going to still, like, I don't want to sound like so defeatist against them, but it does, like, they really are in a bad position in this draft, need to pull out something amazing, and Morphling is a great way to get that. If they can create the space, that's probably why Febby and Ninja Boogie are up on this north side. Harass out the supports, really be a bit more of a pain in the butt.
Yeah, but it's just, this is what you love as the side of Keen. Like, you have no problems with this, and I'm sorry, but Febby's build, the Invis first, it's just no damage. If you have Janata, it's 80 damage and 12 gold steal every 12 seconds, and then you want to skill your Shuriken toss right away, but you don't even trade effectively when you go the Invis level 1.
God, Moon's living life on the edge. Side blades have been the bane of every single mid laner that goes up against this Templar assassin. Her courier easily makes the trek.
Dude, he is so... Yeah, you can hear the crowd. This is a mechanical master performance thus far from the TA. As I said, of course, he misses the CS, but that's just the Kyle curse. TA versus Monkey King is very TA favored if you don't get pressured, because not only do you have tons of physical damage, Monkey King has 1 armor when he's away from that tower.
Oh, look at that percentage. 11.1% chance that you, like rate of skilling the skeleton walk. Or shadow walk.
Maybe this...
We have no clinks.
Maybe it's for like the rune control, perhaps?
Yeah, but then again, like the runes didn't really go their way. Ninja Boogie, great pull. That was so needed. He needed to drag this wave back up.
Yeah, it's big for them. You can see, in the meantime, the old 11, he's stacked to camp.
Oh, they're really going on mid. There's a lot of slow down. At least that ult, but Venom's letting him do some work. But Moon, he's already used his Boundless Strike, so they can at least harass into the TA. But they're contesting for this top stack, Kaka. Burning the Spike Carapace, so he won't have that available. Still be able to connect on the stun on Ninja Boogie. And Jit doesn't have waveform available. Ninja Boogie is ticking down pretty fast. It's the problem of these iron shells. They really hurt Shit. He doesn't have a lot of life. Has so much in agility. Waveform is back off cooldown. They want to be able to get old 11 with Febby's movement in. Maybe they believe they have some kind of chance, but they need the damage. Ajit, there's your waveform up, but double down shields, they're not doing enough damage into old 11. With the brains up, they get a little bit more, but it feels so hard. They're trying to bleed a rock.
Does Febby realize that, like, the Invis, like, he got an attack off there, fading into Invis. That's what you used to do, right? To get the bonus damage. That doesn't exist anymore. Like, this is a really big mistake.
Oh, it could also just be a misclick. Like, it could have been a misclick.
It's for the slow, I suppose. Maybe they wanted to get a first blood, click somebody down, but...
Like 14% plus your extra Orb of Venom slow?
Yeah, just Janat's just so much better. And look at this Ninja Boogie in some trouble. He's level 2.
Oh, Nightmare. He needs to create a little bit more space to get away. Old 11 doesn't have the Iron Shell on him. He's got Surge available if they want to go underneath the tower. But right now, they're happy with just doing this damage to the consumables.
This is just so grim right now for Mineski. They're in a 2v3, but Darkseer Nyx, like, you love this. This is the vintage dual core to go up against tri-lanes. Remember we had that 3-1 meta constantly? There we go, folks. Our first Janata hit of the game. Unfortunately, it's 3 minutes 40 seconds in. And if you check out mid lane, 10 denies on Yi. And if he hits 6 before Monkey King, that's when this lane gets hard because the traps start coming out. He will need sentries in mid lane.
And Monkey's not one of those heroes that's going to look to jump away. He does have a haste rune, so potentially movement to top, or he rises mid. Febby, oh, the chain stuns, he's in trouble. They're burning him down. The Iron Shells, 29 HP is as low as Febby got. And Kaka and Darkseer, they're both trying to look for that little bit of an opening, finding where Febby is hiding, but they won't find it. He's very lucky to survive.
Indeed. Game relatively even in bottom. I just question this Mineski lineup. I just don't think they've addressed the Ember Spirit at all.
They're coming again, man. We just look for the bright side of life. Nightmare is out. They'll give it some time for Ninja Boogie to hit into him. Bounty Hunter still waiting for the right time. 11. He's able to just run back to the tower, and Febby not looking to attack either, so a waveform forward.
And this
not going to lose any CS in the lane. Okay, they miss 1, 2.
And Kaka gets the pull off. It'll probably be stopped here. Boogie will pull the easy camp, but this means he'll be able to contest the rune instead. And it'll also create a double wave.
Look at Febby already go. Nice Nightmare from Ninja Boogie.
Oh my god, they got all...
But he can't actually get the top, can he?
Yeah. I love this in 11 too. He just buys a bottle and immediately uses all of it, gets the rune, can preserve the shrine now, or perhaps use it anyway and get that one charge. Yeah, but how do you... There was a ban on Troll and PA when you already have Enigma Morphling. Like, that boggles my mind. You allowed Keen to get Ember to go with their Darkseer, and the response is Monkey King Bounty Hunter? Like, these are not heroes that match up well whatsoever.
Got almost a year ago for Immortals. That's a long time ago, but Birmingham will be over there pretty soon. Febby's moving his attention in towards mid lane, able to see Kaka hiding in the tree line. So good information for Moon, and this is around the same time as TA does hit 6. So identifying the fact there will be some level of assistance, even if it just comes through vision alone, to be provided towards that mid lane. And KP's been doing a hard slog on bottom lane, but he's got his Soul Ring, 13 denies, 10 last hits on the Enigma, so he's doing his work as well. So there are other lanes for Mineski. Like, we're 6 minutes in without a first blood. Everyone's just a little bit on edge. But this is also because you're getting a lot of information, and there's not a lot of kill power in these lanes unless TA can outplay the mid lane.
Yeah. The one benefit is up top, you can see that they have a big XP advantage on this Morphling for now. The concern is whether he'll ever be able to truly dominate this lane in mid. You can see the TA traps are out.
Yep.
All of a sudden, Moon, you just can't play Dota anymore.
And the sentry ward that Febby put down was instantly dewarded.
Yep.
So Moon couldn't get rid of it quick enough. But Febby's now on a mission. He's got 4 observer wards they're trying to plant down up on top lane. Old 11. Oh, buying some time. They want more damage into this waveform. Will do its work. That's why he goes into full Agi. Able to connect Kaka and able to create space with his Impale. And Ninja Boogie is the man to spill the first blood after 6 minutes. And Febby, Courier, has he got the damage output? He needs to just let it go.
Yep. Man, if you're level 3 with, I believe it's 63 or 64 damage, you get the one shot on Courier, but unfortunately, he is still just level 2 at 7 minutes into Dota. That is not a good feeling. And these wards, man, 3 wards placed, but who's going to be playing in this area? I don't feel like this is a game where we can expect TA to be playing passively when you consider how farmed he is. And yeah, I know he's in the jungle right now, but it's not as if he's feeling any pressure in the mid lane right now. Already a slight lead on the Monkey King.
Oh, he just got his 3. He leached it from the camp that was being farmed up by Old 11. So we'll just hang in behind him. TA's in the neighborhood as well.
Man, this scares me. If Keen's able to play on the enemy side of the map,
he sees the Courier.
Wards are going to be worthless.
This is finally a chance to get the kill on it. It was still injured. It didn't regen back in the fountain long enough. And now Old 11 being, well, okay, maybe he's going to work here with the Templar Assassin. Yep, surges a forward, puts the Iron Shell on. That is a level 3 Iron Shell, so the Nightmare has to be used. Can free him up, but it's already a little bit too late.
And how many times have we seen this before? Yi rotating out of his lane. What's happening mid? Oh, a Nyx Assassin gaining valuable levels, even with traps to secure his own lane. It's just standard Keen gaming. Just how you play Dota nowadays. You got to try and get these supports online, especially when they're heroes like Nyx Assassin. He's back mid.
Gotta be careful. There's a lot of traps down, already hitting with the Impale. Support's coming in. This is Enigma, who has level 6 and has skilled up Black Hole. They'll get the extra stun. KP needs to hold him there. Dodging the Sleight of Fist. My lord! Oh, chicken! Well, Febby and Moon thought they were heroes, so did KP, but this isn't going to stop TA from diving. Another trap out. KP's put down the Midnight Pulse, does not have mana for the Black Hole.
Dude, it's just so good. I love the way Old Chicken's been playing Dota. Also, man, these items, the skill build. Look at Old Chicken real fast. Have we seen this in this tournament? Look at, he's rushing a Spirit Vessel with brown boots, no points Flame Guard.
Well, he understands his job is to shut down the Morphling.
Okay.
That has to be the goal.
I'm not going to
Or the Monkey King, you'll take either.
And it allows him also to play so aggressively. You saw the damage output that they were able to land in that mid lane. Yeah, KP, you can rotate, but Ember's always going to be able to outmatch you. He's so much stronger until far later into the game.
Finally, they get that Sentry Ward planted back down in mid so they can get rid of these TA traps, but on bottom lane, it's just the easiest setup with the Searing Chains. Old Chicken committing the extra spirit for the damage. As Nightmare is out over on the Darkseer. I'm sort of trying to battle for that Sentry D-Ward.
Just so cool. The one hero on Mineski that's having a great time right now is that Morphling. And there's going to be, the enemy safe laner is itemizing specifically to deal with your hero.
He didn't Searing Chain up. The Sleight of Fist came out as Febby walked underneath the Sentry Wall, but it's the battle for the 10-minute bounty rune. Enigma's going to TP in. The curse is already over on Febby. Monkey King looking to set up with the Nyx Assassin, but the Spike Carapace, it's so difficult. It's just all this control from Kaka. He wanted to get the bounty rune, but he'll lose his life.
Top lane. Wall comes out just to try and buy Old 11 some space. He's going to be able to grab the bounty rune. Happy with this. Mid tower, by the way. When did that die? Just now, yeah.
Yep.
And that's my concern with the warding, right? You had two of these wards. The ones on the high ground were actually both countered by Dark, who just consistently is purchasing more sentries than anyone I've seen play in this event. And TA, like, you're not able to pressure him. Mineski's lineup is never going to be playing on the enemy side of the map. They've got to be afraid of Keen actually running onto theirs. Just don't understand the vision game. And demonstrates just once again how Keen continue to stay. Look at this. The smoke move, level 6 Kaka thanks to the mid XP, and you have a Spirit Vessel with 3 charges on Ember. If they find Ajit here, he is in some serious trouble.
But you just saw him, like the Dire Sentry Ward gave a little bit of extra information, or did it? Did he actually notice around the corner? Now you'll hit the Impale. Spirit Vessel's already out. There's a waveform available. He has to go to the other side and then up the hill and away. Shrine needs to be used, but Old Chicken keeping the pursuit on. Ajit moves further up. He's got 4 one-shots with the Spirit Vessel. It needs to wear off. He's got another charge in 1 second time, but he'll just Sleight Fist him down instead. Support has moved in the form of Bane as well as the Bounty Hunter. Double tracks are up as Febby does have 6 now. The Spike Carapace just returns the level 1 toss damage.
Oh my, like, I'm telling you, man, like this is, if they're able to win this game, they'll have 3-0'd a squad that just kind of crushed the winner's bracket with incredibly unique concepts. Like this is...
But this was the danger we were talking about on the panel, where Keen Gaming, they got a wake-up call in the early stage, and now they're having to fight through the lower bracket where they learned more. But can they fight through this? Ember Spirit, Nightmare up, taken off by the Silencer. He's actually in a bit of a problem right now. Can they find the kill? The Sleight of Fist and Spirit away, able to do so. These tracks give a lot of information, but Febby, he'll end up going down as the first kill of this fight.
Oh, Kaka was a hair of a second late on carapacing that pound, so they would have picked up a free Monkey King as well. It's a lot of space for KP. He has an Ursa Creep down bottom, so he'll be able to take the enemy tier 1 all by his lonesome, but King Gaming, they can look to get aggressive here. Only level 4 on Ninja Boogie. He is pretty much a super creep at this point.
Yeah, it's a very good thing to keep in mind. The fact that KP wasn't there shows the fact that Mineski didn't want to fight. Kaka will force them into that engagement by killing off Ninja Boogie. While Moon bouncing around mid.
The tree.
He's cursed up, jumping over. Here's a Spirit Jump, and he'll drop down. He couldn't move in time, and now Old Chicken gets the stun, doesn't connect on the Searing Chains. The Mud Golems will take that forward, but Monkey King cannot get away. He's silenced up. This is going to be another +2. Tries to dodge, hits him with a stun, but Kaka's got one better. The Spike Carapace is now +6 stolen intelligence for the Silencer.
Look at this. They smoke, and immediately now look at KP. He's got his ultimate ready. But that Spirit Vessel, that regen rune.
Oh, the Searing Chains connect. This is a level 4 Impale stun. KP will die so quickly. Spike Carapace available, but they know that the Spirit Vessel will get the kill, and they keep recharging it.
They get the Ursa creep as well. Like, it's just kill after kill.
And even the fortification on the courier, so Febby can't even get that snipe. Attempted to do so, and now he walks underneath the sentry.
How do you give away Ember, Toby?
With
the Darkseer already selected. Again, Troll PA, they just can't do what Old Chicken's doing. I don't think any other Ember is going to be doing what Old Chicken's doing, but that's besides the point.
Like all things in Dota, man, you have to accept this and then move on. Deal with what you've got. Mid lane, Nyx Assassin signed the Spike Carapace, hoping There'll be some level of damage to go his way, and now the sentry ward is planted. Only gets rid of one TA trap and didn't get any information on the next assassin.
And just the mid-game spike. You got the HOD on old 11.
Oh, he's actually some Kaka. It's like, well, that TA trap just got dewarded. I'm just going to walk through with Spike Carapace and not care.
Yeah. And there's a Deso now on the TA. 14 minutes in. Looks like they are bringing out a smoke as well. Of course they are, along with 3 more sentries for Dark. Wouldn't be caught dead without a healthy stock of those.
Can Keen actually just force Roshan, like, take the fight, or is this too problematic against Mineski?
I don't think you want to. You still just want to keep playing this hit-and-run game. They're going to smoke. See, this is good. You don't want to go for Ninja Boogie here. And they actually pinged away old Chicken. You can see Dark is still the in-game shot caller, ensuring that he doesn't smoke the target that is currently smoked. And they're going to juke the scan ever so slightly. Morphling in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, underneath the tier 2 towers, that's his only upside.
And there's no vision up here for Mineski. And this is my concern. You have these aggro wards, but now your own jungle is undefended.
And you got Bounty Hunter revealing himself in mid lane because he's underneath the sentry ward as well. So TP out from the Morphling, they'll dodge the attack, but Observer wards in front and behind that tier 2 tower on top means Mineski can have no fight, at least a surprising fight against Keen.
And the sentry in between tier 1 and tier 2 mid guarantees that if Febby wants to hunt Courier, it's just not going to be possible. We see Puppey do this as well, arguably the expert on Courier sniping. This is the ante.
Oh, they found a target. It's going to be Enigma. Nightmare trying to protect him for the moment. They'll take it straight back off again. Ember Spirit's already arrived. The Sleight of Fist Searing Chain does the work against KP. They make a wall, so Ninja Boogie, he cannot Nightmare. Will be easily taken off. And, well, what can Monkey and Morphling do apart from watch? Their core die. They're thinking about what? Another Courier snipe for Febby?
I don't know, but this is what I mean. He just gets his Deso. Now he's playing aggressive in the enemy jungle. Old Chicken just... Dude, this is just such a crazy Ember performance. He is 6-0-3. He still has just brown boots. He's going bots after Spirit Vessel. Like, who does this? Everywhere. He's been...
It's just great itemization. And Mineski, they need to find something. They're smoked up, looking towards the mid. I don't know. I'm waiting for them to show me. Bounty Hunter's coming towards the mid so we can track up the Ember Spirit. Monkey King looking for his own jump in. And they're kind of using the Bounty Hunter as a little bit of bait. The Spirit Vessel will kill Febby no matter what here. The stuns, here's your Wukong command out, so Febby does go down. Kaka, inside of Vendetta, just walks away from the fight, and with the global silence, Mineski can't even use any of their big abilities.
Dude, and they traded ults once again. He sees the Wukongs, and Dark's just like, all right, I'm gonna pop my silence.
And TA's halfway through Roshan.
Exactly. So you've now removed the tool Mineski would utilize to actually defend and fight in this pit. They need both ults, right? The Wukong and the Enigma hole. But now, all right, whatever. Good job. We've actually just backed away, and immediately the Roshan, as you said.
The Catapult's going to have a look at Roshan, but it's already down.
Yep.
Now I'll stun up the Catapult just to make sure there's no shenanigans.
200 more gold going the way of Keen Gaming as well. Bots now completed on Old Chicken.
This is just like such global maneuver because he just goes back, heals up, and straight back to the front lines.
This is a clinical performance. Again, I have to keep pointing out the vision game. Look at this ward. They just saw 4 heroes on the bottom shrine. It is down. And they might just look to invade. You don't have Blink on TA yet. He's 80 gold away. You probably want that item before you go too deep. The bounty rune top is still there if Old 11 finds it, but alas, he will not.
Sentry ward's down. So at least they'll know if anyone walks underneath them.
There's the blink. Now it's go time for King Gaming because you can Ion Shell Surge in the Ember. He'll go deep. And the TA with the Blink Deso, like, you immediately kill whatever target you want to go for. And
it still needs to fly to him. Sleight of Fist Searing Chain connects over on Febby. He'll go invis, but loses 1/3 of his life just because of that easy combination ability. And there's your TA trap just harassing. They're just beating the tower. That's all they need to do right now. The creep wave is there, so there's no backdoor regeneration.
Top tower is under attack.
And you have no real problem with the potential KP or Ajit split push because you've always got the bots Ember ready to rock and roll. 5 towers down by 18 minutes, 7K gold lead. And a normal team, I'd say, hey, it could go either way, but so far Keen is
really want
so smooth.
Like, TA is so isolated here. Maybe they can get it. Remember, Global Silence is down, so Black Hole will be useful, but that Sleight of Fist does some work. They break the Aegis Immortal, and now here we go for the fight. The Black Hole instantly. Templar Assassin held in position and brought down the Darkseer wall, however. It'll help him fight backwards, with the fact pulling Monkey King a little bit closer. He needs more distance, but the next Assassin Impel connects, and with the silences, they just can't do anything, Mineski, apart from +2/+2/+2 equals 6. Up on the silencer.
And they didn't have the silencer ult. He could have used it. He was 4 seconds on cooldown. Otherwise, there's no way his TA dies.
Yep.
And they still just lose the 1. Yeah, Aegis as well, but a 4-for-1 exchange, you're just hitting tier 4s. Like, they don't even have their building damage, but it's just Ajit. The respawn timers and the low numbers may actually be enough to save the tower, but it doesn't even look...
When they get opportunities like this, an easy searing chains, yes, the Morphling will strength up, but they get what they want. When 19 minutes in, a tier 3 tower will fall.
They've got the grip. He's going to try and get it off, but Boogie, he tanked the trap, and now he's just getting on top of
the
one.
Searing Chains, another trap will actually kill him because the Spirit Vessel's doing the work. Moon wants to jump in. He's around the back lines, but now King Gaming, with that 1 kill on the Bane field, they can go in a little bit deeper into the Morphling and the Global Silence, and the 3-man, 4-man Spike Carapace practically. Morphling will buy back into the game, but King Gaming, they want to end this so quick right now. If they can find a little bit more, I don't know how Mineski are meant to look at this. Monkey King is thinking about the Wukong command. He's actually going to follow through. A 4-man stun. The buyback out from the Enigma. You've still got no black hole. The back in and the silence. King Gaming just want to start retreating back out once again. The TA is dead. And they keep their racks alive. Mineski getting a lot of money for this, but because they come out just once again, you think you have an advantage, but you have nothing. Moon, he'll go down. Another sleight of fist through. Ninja Buki, oh, they'll just take the Nightmare off, freeing up the cause to beat into the Bane. 1 by 1, they keep dying and buying back. Hey, it's cheap at least. The Maleficent on the Darkseer, his surge away won't be full. And Febi's trying to keep more and more of these tracks up. They're going to actually TP down, looking for the kill on the Silencer. He's got 20 intelligence. He's getting more int every single minute that keeps going through this game. With the wave bomb down, they'll get the bounty rune and they'll get the kill. That's big track money at least to help that gold not be completely out of control, but...
It is, but it's the team fight, Toby. It's this Keen Gaming lineup. It's as if sometimes they're willing to play you into the late game. Sometimes they're going to just do this. Just
push you early, make you fight.
They're so strong. They're unbelievably strong, and it's not as if they're even going to fall off with the way they're itemizing. You have a BKB soon on TA, a Radiance queued up by Old Chicken. Kaka has a Blink Dagger, so even if you don't have Silencer ulti, before BKB, KP cannot cast Ultimate. He Carapace, you blink in. The end.
4-man smoke up. They want to keep this momentum going their way. The BKB's not on the TA just yet. But you did get one over. Well, actually, no, you haven't. You got mech on Enigma.
Here comes the smoke. Arcane Rune Ember, level 15. It's a 4-second searing chain now. It is getting spooky. TA just going to press down mid. The rest of his team will play off map.
They throw the sentries.
Here they come.
If they knew one of these trees is not like the other. The Manta for the Morphling. Here comes your double stun. Kaka connecting on KP as well as the Morphling. A quick wave bomb with the back end and with the Global Silence. They have nothing to really give. It is 2 heroes down already, both without buyback. Ember Spirit just dashing around on the back of his remnants.
They don't even have the tier 1 yet.
No, it doesn't matter. They are so strong right now that towers don't matter. That's not a better word. Sorry, I couldn't find one.
Unbelievable. It's so hard for me to choose an MVP of the squad. I'm not saying it's over. You never know. You never know. You could have the miracle black hole that just forces Toby out of his chair.
While Global Silence is down.
It's possible.
Everyone caught inside the hole. No stuns available. Spirit Vessel is never used, even though there's now 8 charges sitting on that Spirit Vessel.
And I just don't think Mineski read this Keen lineup properly. Perhaps they really, this was a much slower paced series for the opening 2 games.
Yep.
Keen, they kind of went back to their bread and butter. This is how they got to this point in this tournament.
Well, how do you read this Keen lineup? Like we were saying at the end of game 2, like they're very much a chameleon style. They'll blend with whatever they want to stand next to. So they can play very different rhythms, very different styles, and how do you then draft against that? Of course, giving them their comfort heroes in the Ember and the TA, maybe not so great, but Mineski needed a plan of their own. They got their own. They got their Morphling. They got their Enigma. Not the Keen really cares too much about the Enigma. And as most Mineski drafts seem to have done, they've always had that little bit of a more unusual pickup, which comes in the form of Febi's Bounty Hunter.
Yep. Which I am all about as a core and Febi Enigma, but support Bounty Hunter. Yeah, he got 1 courier kill, but 0, 6, and 2. Not the performance he wanted, but
He's hunting again. There's a courier making its trek.
Oh.
But I don't think he'll get there in time. He'll see it and then realize he can't reach it.
He's going to ward to try and do it again. But I wonder if this is really going to pay off. Although at this point, you're probably better off targeting couriers instead of enemy heroes.
I think he's just happy to leech the experience.
Dire's top
Hang on.
shrine has fallen.
Hang on.
Wait
It's
for
coming.
it. Wait for it.
Radiant's
Got it.
courier has been
That's the BKB. That was actually TA's BKB.
There you go.
You'll take whatever you can get when you're Mineski, and that's a pretty big thing to get.
That's how it starts. And if you keep this in mind, as long as Mineski doesn't die
Radiant
29 more times without a kill, they'll still have not been the worst defeat.
It's fine. There's a big rotation around to the bottom lane. They're looking for Moon. He's sitting in the tree line, same with Ninja Boogie. And they're just trying to jump as far away as possible. It's a good Dire Observer and Sentry Wars, though. The information they get about Kaka moving south, this is why they retreat back out again. Morphling's getting more time to build up. He just went for the sustained Morbid Mask, but looking for the BKB.
I expect them to wait for the TA BKB. Roche is up in 2 minutes. There's just no real need to get aggressive. In fact, the BKB timing will actually be as that big boss respawns.
Yep.
Mineski doing the little things. They've got the Wolf up on KP, trying to boost their damage output as much as possible.
Febby took the bounty. They trigger the dust as quick as they possibly can. Nyx Assassin's hoping for the kill. Surging forward, he's the man with the sun, Bounty Hunter. Well, he's able to sidestep that one with the track. He'll have the extra movement speed into the trees. And Kaka actually giving Febby some more money. Have my shards as well as my gold.
He has just not been able to land these impales. It's insane, but his carapaces have been on point.
Yeah.
And his blink-in impales have been awesome as well, but it's just, you know, you kind of outthink yourself when heroes are running away in that zigzag pattern.
We get a new item arrive as a Diffusal Blade for a Monkey King. They also hope to kill off the Ember Spirit if possible. A 3-man smoke up. He's very much isolated, and now they have to start with the Fiend's Grip. Instantly into it, and even a follow-up Searing Chains. The Global Silence just cancels this, but Global Silence is used.
Dude, it's just, the drafting from Keen's just so good. It's like, I don't even think they've expended their full bag of tricks in this Silencer pickup. You talk about a Bane hard counter, an Enigma hard counter. Like, it's unbelievable. And Dark has really just done his job. Buy sentries, 20 intelligence, so it's not as if he hasn't studied up. But 31 wards placed.
But this is that window of opportunity. We saw it try to be utilized by Mineski previously. When Global Silence is down, it's a lot easier for Enigma to actually be part of this fight. You see him actually looking to build into the Blink Dagger. The Global Silence will be down long enough, he can get the Blink Dagger and they can look for another opportunity. And I kind of like KP actually going this route. Like, BKB's not going to help you if Silence is sitting in the back lines waiting for you to BKB and then he'll silence.
Yep. I love more about the support. Like the TA traps in combination with the sentries, right? You can make plays like this happen.
Febby underneath the Radiant Sentry.
That wasn't this first sentry. It's actually the one over here on the hill, right in between these two TA traps. Not that one to the right. Over by the sentries.
Whew, we just keep going and going and going.
It sees the movement as he's walking up the hill, and then 10 seconds later, you actually find that kill. Roche has respawned, as has the Radiant Courier. BKB completed on the TA along with that tiny crit.
They
and you
got
can
to do
just see
Roshan.
the discipline, right? They're just growing their advantage. Keen feel absolutely no pressure. They got the tier 3. They killed both shrines. They get the second Roche. They buy out all their items. And then they're going to go look for that engagement. Dark will have his ult up in 30 seconds. It just feels like, once again, another near flawless execution from Keen. And
they got smoke. It's too late.
Yep, you've got to try and make the play. But as you say, they're going to have Aegis already. You got to blink on KP. This is the guy we're looking for, all right? He's got to get the Silencer, the Nyx, the Ember, and the Darkseer. That's all he's got to do.
Sure.
And this game will turn around.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the Bane's heading down to bottom lane. So once again, they're looking for that pick-off on the side. It won't happen. Monkey King is in the back lines, but it's to the north where the creep wave is pushing, and Febby is the one who's doing a solo defense.
Oh, they saw
Careful.
him.
They saw him bounce. He's getting back inside the base as TA enters high ground. Aegis the Immortal is on the TA as well as the Cheese. They do not want to initiate on the TA. They need the back line to go down and isolate the Templar Assassin after this point. But everyone needs to be back. KP has now completed his TP in. Can't get too close or else the rain's going to cause problems. Back over on the Monkey. They got 3 of them together. He's still thinking, is this the black hole? I don't know. Where's the Silencer? He is so far out of the base. He's in Timbuktu right now. He is so far away from the rest of Keen. They still haven't taken the melee racks. The fortification will protect it
It's almost
for
like
the moment.
It's like they're baiting him, right? They're just 4 people on top of each other, but KP knows, like, if I can't find Dark, I'm playing in the dark. I know he's gonna pop this ultimate. And look at him, he's running up to the high ground, just like, guys, I'm gonna chill over here in the forest.
How far can I go where I'm still involved? My fountain. I could actually be in fountain and do the same job. Like we do picture in picture so we can see where the silencer's position is. I'm in the trees. HY told me this is a good place to be.
How would you ever find him? How do you acquire that vision with no Monkey King? It's just...
You don't. Quite simply, you do not. You got a Midnight Pulse to get rid of these refraction charges. There's your jump in from the Nyx, a quick blink away. KP going defensive. There's your waveform forward. Morphling, copying a lot of damage. Oh yeah, by the way, Kaka's got a casual Aghanim Scepter. They're trying to beat through him. It's too much damage. The Crimson Guard protection is enough. Kaka, however, now actually in trouble in the middle of the Wukong's command. So Keen will lose one, but the Monkey King had to actually use its buyback. And Febby outside. My lord, that damage is way too high. Gets hit by Meld.
It's unbelievable to watch, Toby. The positioning, they always lose the one hero, but you never find the engagement. Mineski, they need the team fight, and Keen just refused to give it to them, even with a 21k gold lead.
All right, KP, your monkey's giving you the information. They haven't seen Silencer just yet. He's just bouncing around the top. Now they see the Silencer. There's your opportunity, but he can't get close enough. The Blink Decker key's getting put on cooldown, and the Global Sun's been used, but the fact wall combination, way too good. Side blade slice through everyone. Jump down south. You can kill the bounty hunter as well. And Mineski, they're more than on the ropes. They've been waiting for some level of opportunity, and they'll continue to wait until maybe the next ESL.
What a statement game from Keen.
Really
unbelievable, really unbelievable. And like, China as a region been underrated as always until that Chinese New Year holiday comes and goes. And these squads start training hard for TI. Keen been at work for some time, top 6 the last major, easily qualifying for Paris.
Look how KP's trying to get around this. He's hiding in Viz. Kaka had a break. KP felt it, however. He'll jump away. I think it's almost that time to TP away to safety, but Spirit jump up and down. Old Chicken found him over in the trees. It's a black hole, but it will do nothing. There is no follow-up. It's another +2 for the Silencer, and that may just be the game. It is. GG is called. Mineski put all their hopes in the black hole. They could never get it off because Keen are just way too good. Flawless execution. They had trouble at the start of the tournament, but my God, have they looked on point ever since. Keen Gaming, so good.
I have no real words to describe them. This is the best Dota that I've personally witnessed all season. It's big names on this squad, finally coming into form, and huge shout out to whoever the hell is putting these drafts and strategies together. I have no idea who I'd award the MVP to. It's a toss-up for me, but as a support, as a captain, I'm a bit biased. If Dark is making the shot calls, if he's the one that's creating this beautiful synergy between the item builds and rotations, oh my God, dude.
Man, it's been amazing. Keen Gaming, they've done it so well. They are your ESL 1 Mumbai champions, Keen Gaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, your ESL 1 Mumbai champions, Keen Gaming. FYMS raising it as well. I just want to ask, what does it mean for this team to win ESL 1 Mumbai, to win this tournament? What does it mean for you as a team?
赢了这场孟买 ESL 对我们的意义是什么？
对于我们的之后的 Major 之旅，可能我们更有士气一点吧。
It makes we more confidence when we play in the major.
It's very nice. More confident. You hear these cheers. You are ESL 1 Mumbai's. You are India's first champions. Anything you want to say to them, this community?
咱们听到了现场观众的所有的欢呼声，然后现在有什么想对所有观众说的？
谢谢大家支持 KG， 希望大家以后继续支持 KG。
Thank you for your support for King Gaming, and hope you go along all the time.
There you have it. They love it. Okay, we still have one more order of business, and that is to award the Mercedes-Benz Most Valuable Player. And I'm gonna get some help. Yep. We are gonna get some help. What do you think it is? Why don't you yell it out? Okay. The crowd, of course, making their voices heard. CM right here. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, we have it. Just hold on to it very quickly. Okay, I will be announcing right now the Mercedes-Benz MVP goes to the community has spoken, and the MVP is Febby. Ladies and gentlemen, this man right here, take your trophy, Febby. What do you want to say? What do you want to say to the community that voted and made you the MVP?
Thank you.
Thank you. And words to our champion. Anything you want to wish well to Keen Gaming?
I don't know. I just feel like I don't deserve this. Like they played so much better.
The community has spoken though, Febby. Raise it up. Thank you so much again, and all the best to you moving forward. But ladies and gentlemen, please give you a big round of applause to your ESL 1 champions, Mumbai King Gaming!
King Gaming become the first Chinese team to win ESL 1 in almost 18 months. They also become the 5th different Chinese team to claim an ESL 1 trophy, and for the first time ever for themselves as well. History in the making in more ways than one here at ESL 1 Mumbai, but the road has come to an end for the teams and for us actually of our wondrous trip here to India. It's been a fantastic 6 days.
Mumbai has been amazing. I mean, that really says it all. The fans here have been so passionate, so nice. And we got to see some great Dota on top of it.
Yeah, I think last 2 days in particular, Daniel, the quality of the Dota as well. has been very high. I know a lot of people said, oh, you know, big teams are missing, it's not going to be as good, all that kind of stuff. And I hear them, I totally get it. I want to see the big teams play as well, but this has given an opportunity to some teams that haven't been in the spotlight. But Keen, I think, have just cemented themselves as one of the better teams outside that top 4 or 5.
Yeah, I mean, people can say anything they want about the teams that were here, the teams that weren't. I honestly think the way that Keen were playing just then, they're a top 3 team in the world as of today, in my opinion.
There'd definitely be few teams that could beat them in that kind of form.
Yeah, they played some very beautiful Dota, and you know, at the end of the day, what I love about being here and being here with this crowd is that they're so passionate about Dota that it just didn't really matter in some ways what teams were here. They just wanted to watch some Dota, man. I think that was so cool.
Yeah, I think like almost every team is at like 90% of the volume of the crowd, and maybe Na'Vi was at like 91% or 92%, but it wasn't
Iceberg
much.
as well.
They supported everyone. Also at 92% as well.
And maybe Fairby too.
Yeah.
I mean, the community spoke. You know?
Yeah. I don't want to be mean to him, but I mean, he did say himself in his own words, I don't think I deserve this. These guys played better. And it's difficult to put you on the spot, but there have been a number of very good performances here that haven't been rewarded with an MVP.
Yeah, I mean, they were rewarded with a trophy of some sort. They got to carry away the ESL 1 Mumbai trophy, but you know, if we don't have the fans, both here in the stadium as well as watching at home, there's not going to be a tournament at all. So.
Again, I love Febby. My vote definitely would have been for Yi. I think he's had a fantastic tournament. As Kyle said, I think there was a lot of appreciation for Dark in his ending sentiments, just because this just looked like such a well-crafted team that they were being able to doing the combination of aggressive vision, the great drafting that they used, the teamwork that they had, the discipline that they developed as the tournament went on. They just, as a whole 5-man squad, look so good. And that's got to be coming from the captain.
And I think it's also important to put it into context as well, Matt, in that the Chinese region at the start of the year was being vilified. Everyone said they're just not doing it right now. They don't have the depth. They're all over the place with the meta. They're not really paying attention in drafts, not delivering it in game. Their top players are playing other games. Everything you could imagine them being criticised for, they were criticised for in January. Once the Chinese New Year had got out of the way, though, they've been on fire. I mean, Vici won the minor. They then won the major. We've now had Keen winning here in Mumbai. It's boding well for the year that TI goes to China.
It is, absolutely. You know, that home ground advantage is going to be such a boon for them. And, you know, the tradition of, you know, TI going east-west, east-west, east-west.
Yeah, but that was done. That was
it was done.
Yeah,
it was
OG
done.
broke that.
But it could go back the other way this year.
Yeah, could swap around. But outside of the 2 teams that got to the final, who else impressed you here in a sense that they performed better than you expected them to?
Has to be Na'Vi, right? Top 3?
Yeah, certainly. I think Na'Vi, it's a tremendous team to watch right now. I think they're going to be super fun to watch for the rest of the season. Their level of Dota that they play at, again, feels like it's the showing of kind of like a newer team that's still kind of figuring themselves out in some ways, with Misha coming in and helping them out. I think that they can still figure some more stuff out, but right now, and the stuff that they do well, they do it so good. They look so good, and they're so fun and aggressive that I think for they're definitely sort of like a dark horse potentially to look out for a deep run at TI.
Yeah, there's plenty of players who've put themselves in the shop window at this event that don't have teams at the end of this tournament.
Maybe they should all come together.
I was going to say, there's a pool of players there. They're actually very highly talented, including Misha, who could end up finding himself outside of a team. Also, the 2 boys at Team as well. Febby obviously now on the hunt for a team. I'm sure that MVP trophy will do him the world of good in terms of trying to find a new team as well. Hey, I just won the MVP. ESL 1 Mumbai, that'll help, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he put out that tweet that he needed something to drive when he was looking around for a new team. Now he's got it. Nice shiny Benz.
Yep, got that one and a decent trophy as well. A shout out to all of those players that have stood in or helped out any particular teams, because it's not easy, is it? Just dropping into a team, coming out to a foreign country and then delivering high quality Dota.
Absolutely, and you have to think about, you know, what next? What happens now? Because, you know, with Na'Vi, you've got Seneko sitting in the wings. He's ill at the moment, just trying to recover, but with a showing like this, it might be hard for him to make his way back into the lineup.
Yeah, who knows? Impressed with the standards?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they definitely both performed very, very well. You know, we even had team as a whole. They were a stand-in coming in, even though they didn't actually get a strong placing like they were kind of looking to. They at least had a strong group stage performance, and you know, this is all experience to be built upon.
Yeah, indeed. At the end of it, people rarely remember what happened during the tournament, but they always remember what happened on the final day. They'll look at the results, the history will say King Gaming won the final 3-0 in a crushing defeat, which it absolutely was. It doesn't tell the whole story of their journey through this tournament.
No, it doesn't. They experienced some adversity, and I think that makes their story even more impressive in some ways. You know, some teams, they look infallible. They just are too good. They're bulletproof, and they just walk through a tournament, and everyone's amazed at their domination. But the thing about Dota is the competition is always so fierce that there's going to be somebody who takes you down a peg, no matter what. Every single time we go into a TI, there's never been one team that has been so high favored and then just goes through and walks over everybody. They always experience some sort of adversity, and King Gaming experienced that here at ESL 1 Mumbai, and being able to overcome it is very important for their story to come.
Yeah, it's very important for their growth as well. We're going to check in with your favorite weatherman one more time here in Mumbai, so let's hear from Purge.
King Gaming's draft is pretty cool. What they ended up doing was laning the Ember Spirit against the Enigma for the whole purpose of getting the fast Spirit Vessel. Now, normally this would be suicide in your lane because you wouldn't be able to contest, but Enigma was jungling a lot because if he did come to the lane, sometimes the support would rotate over and score an easy kill. So with that easy amount of farm, what he can do is then rotate out of the lane really easily using things like Remnant and Sleight of Fist, and actually contribute getting some of these really big kills. And then he can go back to farming and winning his lane. They also rotated to the, oh, I'm sorry, this is actually an Enigma kill in his lane, pressured under the tower. Oh, I'm sorry, he's already dead, too late. Jumps in, kills the Enigma with help from the Nyx Assassin, ends up teleporting back to base, grabs his Spirit Vessel, leaves the base before he's even full on mana, and instantly rotates top of the Spirit Vessel to get the Morphling kill. So despite him being against an Enigma being able to deny some of his farm, he's able to get what's left of it by himself without being contested at all, and he turns that into tons of action on the map and just completely shuts down Mineski's early game.
Very good indeed. We love those. Thank you very much to Purge for all of the power plays and the breakdowns that he's done over the last 3 days. We've really enjoyed all of them. I really could just put them all in one video and put them on and just watch them back to back. There was one particular play that happened this week, which I think will live with everyone here amongst the talent team and everyone that came down to the Dome and everyone that watched all around the world. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel power play of ESL 1 Mumbai. Enjoy this.
Simply incredible. Being able to steal the Ravage like that and then turn around with a black hole. The kind of awareness to be that good on Rubik, very few players have it.
Yeah. It's just the presence of mind to be able to position yourself perfectly in these team fights, just in range to actually get the spell steal off, but not enough that you're going to get caught out. And a little bit unlucky, actually, on Brax's Tidehunter. He got clipped by the Beastmaster Axes, so I think his blink got cancelled at the very start of that, but could have been a completely different outcome otherwise.
Yeah, indeed. So the power play goes to Tim's, which is nice. I think I love the fact that he came on stage after that game, was asked about probably the best player of the entire tournament, as we've just witnessed, and was like, yeah, it's just, you know, stealing stuff.
Patience.
Patience.
Just another day at the office.
Yeah, just another game of Dota, as far as he's concerned. And we were all raving about it out here, and rightly so, because it was a fantastic piece of play. Not just the only play that we've seen this week that's been fantastic, but there has been a ton of different shots and different plays that we've seen that have just been fantastic.
I mean, that's exactly the point, right? These players that we put up on the stage, they do these things day in, day out. It is everyday work for them, but they make for exciting plays for the rest of us because we don't know how the hell to pull that off.
It's true. Yeah. No, it really is. You look at it. Someone said to me the other day, actually, what is it about watching other people play video games that excites you so much? Oh, it's the same as watching any other sport. I mean, you watch Ronaldo do an overhead kick and score a goal. That's cool, right? But I see a guy steal a black hole and put a black hole down next to another black hole. That's pretty cool too.
Absolutely.
So I think, you know, it's our version of the overhead kick, as it were. I'm rambling a little bit because we're going to close the show up. Do you want to just
don't want
give
it
us?
to end, right?
I don't want it to end because it's been such a really, genuinely has been such a good trip out here. People have been so kind to us and looked after us so well. It's been fantastic for the Indian hospitality as well. So thank you for that. But all good things do come to an end. I just want to get your final thoughts really on the whole tournament and your experiences out here in Mumbai.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I have to say that thank you to the fans here. That's been my biggest takeaway. They have been, everyone's asked me like, How have you felt about Mumbai? To be honest, we actually didn't get to see
not a whole lot,
anything
but
whenever we go to these events.
Yep.
But it's the experience when we go to these events is the people and the culture. And everybody here was just incredibly nice to us. Super friendly. And so thank you for that.
Matt?
I just want to piggyback off that as well. Like, as you said, we don't really get a chance to go out and see too much of, Mumbai or wherever else we go to, but I feel like the fans really brought India to us, and we were really happy about the passion, I mean, you can just hear them. Look at them.
They're still here.
Yeah.
They could have left, actually, 20 minutes ago. If they wanted to, they could have left, but they're still here.
Absolutely.
Still here with us. It's fantastic. Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone that's come down to the Dome and supported Dota 2 this weekend. Thank you to everyone that has tuned in all around the world. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage as much as we have enjoyed bringing it to you from the first ever ESL 1 in India. I can't wait to come back to this magical place.